And we'll take a look outside in just a minute, but tell me, what has what has got you thinking about using like Matterport and photography at this stage, since we're still under construction? I know that you are forward-thinking, technology-friendly, very forward-thinking entrepreneur. So tell me what you thought when you knew that I was going to be here and I could bring the gear. Like, what do you think that we'll be able to do that you haven't been able to do so far?
It's really showing that vision of what the end product is while it's in progress, right? And so not everyone can read a set of drawings and not everyone can understand the three-dimensional space of that. And so finding a way to use technology to kind of piece that vision together is, as someone who does this for a living, we're looking at this and how do we get better at that and showing people what it's going to be. It's great to be able to sell it once it's fully staged and once it's fully operating, but as a developer, you'd like to also be able to show people that along the way and take them on that journey.
Yeah, and we can also show it to your investors, right? And
investors, but even the workers, right? Even the people that are involved in this, it helps them see it, right? So, we have some just sketches on the wall so they see what the end product is and they get bought into it as well. And so there's a big, my personal belief too, is that when we built this, that disconnect between size, it wasn't just that, it was the as-built conditions were a lot of the challenges. So even building 3D models, you see the cabinet makers, they all did it, right? Every one of these is in Revit, but there's no way to put it there to show it in process and in progress.
Exactly. So we have the potential for using visualization, so 3D visualizations. We have the potential for using augmented reality to overlay imagery into a scene or into the space itself. We're going to have the data, the spatial data for this location, and we're also going to have all the visual data for this location, which we can use to create new renders or new media. And we're also documenting a moment in time of like, here's today's date and here's what it looks like today. And at our next check-in, what's it going to look like? Because we're not moving walls anymore.
Nope.
We're just finishing. We're finishing up. We're finishing up.
But I think it's also interesting that Atlanta has become more of a draw from the US coming and even globally coming. So there is an audience that I'm a believer that our local real estate team isn't focused on, but these houses are selling to world-renowned people, not just locals anymore, right? And so that media is important to getting them to see it as well, right?
I agree with you. I think that Atlanta is an up-and-coming market that has so much to offer. I'm so impressed by being here, and I could see why the draw is huge. It's green, it's spacious, there's good schools, there's great culture, there's good food, there's like all of these things going for it, and it's easy to travel to other places, East Coast.
The airport makes it easy to do a lot of things. And so that buyer, a prospective person, as well as, my business partner, Mark, is a home builder and does these custom homes of this size, right? And so just being able to show people and help them through that process of here's the process that it takes. With it being our own, we can do that a little more freely than if it was some individual that is a custom home that wanted to show them.
Luke, can you talk about the backyard and the floor to ceiling windows?
Yeah, so one of the landscaping was one of the elements that was here. It was I call it a double-sized lagoon pool.
It is a lagoon.
With a swim-up bar and with a jacuzzi and also with a koi pond. And so those elements, the structure was there, and just repurposing them and getting them to be not like Back to the Future, but more like 2023. If you see the pictures from before, this house was very well designed for a period of time, which was in the past. And so the backyard, to me, is the belief was that was a selling point. Like the bones are here. It's a matter of how do we get it to be able to fit into the setting. And there's, I think, one of the strange things in the neighborhood is this little caveat that you can actually bow hunt in your backyard in the city of Atlanta if you really wanted to, and there's deer walking around. And so
you can bow hunt deer in your backyard here legally?
Legally in a little section up here. That is possible.
Hunter's
right?
paradise.
Right.
Fresh venison.
I wouldn't suggest it necessarily, but you're in the city limits.
Yeah.
You're completely feel like you're in the country. My kids are like, "This isn't Atlanta, Dad. This is this is the countryside. So,
It is. It really is. And that makes it very much an estate that is unparalleled in other places in the country, because you have all of the things that you just mentioned, but then you also have this country feeling, but like very close to the city center. So I can't wait to do the media for you. I'm excited to be here. And I mean, the thing that I want to do is to help Luke sell this house.
Right.
You know, we want to help Luke, the developers, the broker, the team, make their investment, basically shorten that sales cycle for them. And so that's what we're doing right now, is we're going to try and help them with the media, and I'm excited to get started.